You see that sign behind me that says County Line? Well, right now, I'm standing in Martin County. But as soon as I cross the street, I'll be in Palm Beach County. But I'm in the same city. Where am I? Well, if you guessed the Village of Tequesta, then you guessed correct. Because today, on this city tour, I'm showing you another town here in Palm Beach County. And today we're gonna visit the Village of Tequesta. Welcome back to another city tour. I'm your host, Palm Beach's Paul, and today we are in the Villages of Tequesta. And of course, before I could get started, I had to get myself a nice iced latte. I stopped off at a local place called Carve, very nice little coffee shop. Skylar, thank you Skylar, you're a great employee, very polite. And I grabbed myself a coral espresso, that's what they call this one, and it's got cinnamon and honey in it, and it's a double espresso, so I should be well lit for this video. And well, today is not the best day, but I had to get a video done, and as you see, we're at Coral Cove Park. You can hear the wind, and when I turn around, wait till you see the waves. Now, today is definitely not the best day to be shooting a video. No sunshine at all, but we've had no sunshine for the whole month of September and October. I mean, we get maybe a few hours of sunshine and then it starts dumping again. When they say the rainy season, it's living up to that reputation. May through October, rainy season, and it's definitely been a rainy season all this month because it literally has rained every single day. So if you watched my video last week that I made about Singer Island, you may remember that I went to a place called Ocean Reef Park at the end, and it was also very windy because of the hurricanes. Well, it kind of has rocks like that. It's got a little bit more of an area you can actually walk on, which we obviously couldn't get to it because just like this, the beach is washed out. But that's kind of when it has these rocks, and then when the waves hit it, it's kind of cool and it shoots the water up, so just like that. So Tequesta is a small town, hence the village, right? And we'll tell you about how it got its name. There's about 6,800 people who live here. It's a coastal town, and it's just north of Jupiter and south of Stewart, so it's right in between. So when you saw the beginning of the video, it kind of sits on the county line, and part of Tequesta is actually in the county of Martin, and then the other rest of it is in Palm Beach County. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive around. I'll talk to you a little bit about the real estate, show you a couple restaurants like we always do. We're just gonna kind of get out and explore another city that you might wanna look at living in if you're considering moving here to South Florida. I am a local realtor with True Floridian Realty. I'm a broker associate, so if this is your first time here to my channel, I basically make videos about what it's like to live here in South Florida, and I show you all the different towns throughout Palm Beach County, and occasionally I'll get out of Palm Beach County and show you places like Stewart and Jensen Beach and other places to the north, and even places to the south towards like Fort Lauderdale. I made a mistake a minute ago when I said where Tequesta is located. It's in between Jupiter and Hobe Sound. By the way, I made a video about Hobe Sound. I'll put that into this video if you want to watch that. That's another neat little town. And this park is also a great place to go surfing, obviously on better days than this, but my son comes up here, so this is a good place to do some surfing if you're into that as well. But let's go check out the Village of Tequesta. So this is Beach Road, which you take to get to the Jupiter Lighthouse, and it's just off US 1. And as you can see, it obviously is called Beach Road because the beach is right there, and that's the condo building that I was just looking at when we were over on the beach. But what's cool about this is, see all the parking spaces right here, which you'll never find on a sunny day. You got to get here early. But if you come here, this is totally free. You can come out here and you can picnic. It doesn't look like a great place to picnic because king tide has been going on. So we've had some high tides all this week. We've had tons of rain. I mean, tons of rain. On top of that, we've had our king tides with the harvest moon, right? The full moon and all that. the tides have just been absolutely ridiculous. And that happens every October because that's just how nature is. But you can see when it's not flooded, you could actually go all the way out here. All this part is like sand, and then the Intracoastal's right there, and you can wade out there, and it's really shallow, and it's really cool. Again, I know it doesn't look like it right now. It looks pretty ugly because today is just not a pretty day, folks. I'm gonna try and get this video done before I get dumped on. What I like about Tequesta is it is a small town. You know, it's got that old Florida town vibe, just as you can tell driving through this neighborhood. It's got these older Florida homes, no HOA, and just really quaint. And look at the homes, they're very colorful. It's got that old Florida pink and coral, just kind of really cool looking. Now presently in Tequesta, homes that are available on the market, you can find homes as low as $160,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. And that is on a golf course with a monthly HOA fee of about $636 a month. And you can go all the way to the opposite end of that and pay $16,900,000 for a brand new 4-bedroom, 5.5-bath, 5th floor condo with ocean views with an HOA that is about $10,243 a month. So let me know which one of those is your budget, and I'd be happy to help you with either one. But what a neat little area that I'm driving through here. And I don't really know this neighborhood as I'm new to Tequesta. I'm just trying to show you guys what it looks like, and it's quaint. Again, you know, when you have a town that they actually call a village, and that's what they do. They named this one Village of Tequesta. And we're going to talk about how it got its name because I kind of skipped over the history part. All right, so we are on Tequesta Drive. We're going to cross over US 1 here and go on a road called Waterway Drive. You can see we're passing through some of the shops here, different plazas. But I want to go down and show you this road because this has some really nice big homes. And these homes are right on the side of the Intracoastal Waterway. But I don't believe we're going to be able to get there because it is flooded. As I said, there's some high tides going on. Wow, the road's completely flooded. So this is Waterway Villages, and this is a nice looking neighborhood. So obviously these are going to be on the higher side, larger, closer to the water. Some more modern than others, but what a pretty little neighborhood this is. The whole area of Tequesta isn't that big. I think it's like 1.75 square miles of land. So it's not, like I said, it is a small village. So I try to make these videos for y'all who are, you know, thinking of moving to Florida, so you sort of get an idea of what it might be like to live here. You know, sure, you can look at the homes on the internet and all that, but what is there to do, what's nearby, and what does it actually look like in the town? So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of that view. All right, let's talk about how Tequesta was first formed and became Tequesta. So we're coming up on Country Club Lane, and I'm gonna go into this entrance here, but probably have to turn around because it's a country club, but let's see if I can get in. All right, so we're entering Tequesta Country Club. Yeah, maybe I can get in here. I didn't know. I thought it was completely locked up, but I guess it's not. So the town of Tequesta was formed when a gentleman named Charlie Martin, back in 1955, purchased 350 acres along the north and northwest forks for the Loxahatchee River. So Charlie bought these 350 acres and he wanted to build 600 homes priced from $3,900 to about $7,500. And he did that all around the concept of building the Tequesta Country Club. So that was the backbone to this whole development. And he named the town or the village Tequesta after the Tequesta Indians after he was digging at another place called Inlet Colony. And they had found an Indian mound. But the area of Tequesta was more known for the Jaga Indians. But he didn't like the way that sounded, Mr. Martin didn't, so he decided that he was just going to call it the Tequesta, or the Village of Tequesta, after the Tequesta Indians. So basically this whole village of Tequesta was built originally as a country club. So Tequesta Country Club is a private country club. And when it opened in 1957, it opened with an exhibition golf match played by Arnold Palmer and some other prominent golf players. So, but just a really nice community. It's just got that old Florida vibe. You can see some modern homes being built. I think a lot of the homes are being torn down and new modern ones are being put up. But just a cool place in general. It really has a neat feel to it. And there were a couple homes on the market here. I was going to try to get into one, but it's kind of difficult because I think the realtors had to come with me even though the property was vacant. But they're in the $1 million. One was about 2.4 million, I believe. So, and so, you know, if you're interested in this, you just reach out to me. But looks like a great neighborhood and a neat little town. Let's go take a look. There's a couple spots I want to show you, a neat restaurant and of course a microbrewery. And this is going to be a short video, y'all, because it's a small town to show you and there's not a lot of things to really dig into like history or anything like that because again, the place was only incorporated in 1957. But I think you get the idea. It's a cool little city here just north of Jupiter, and this sort of gives you an idea of what it looks like. So if I can find my way out of here, we'll head back toward the main road and show you a very popular Irish pub that's been here for a long time. Really bad. Well, of course, there's a lot of this has to do from the rain too, but you can see how high the water is. I'm over at one of the marinas. There's lots of marinas here, by the way, so if you're a boater, there's a lot of places to come down to. Check out this guy's artificial backyard. No mowing on that lawn. Man. So we're now in Martin County, still in Tequesta, but just went over the county line. And this is all part of the Intracoastal Waterway. And that's Jupiter Island over there. So as I said, this is a small village, small town, and there's not a whole lot to show and not a lot of history, but some of the places you might want to check out if you want to get a bite to eat or drink. There's a very popular Irish pub called McCarthy's Pub. It's been around since 1975 and the same families kind of ran it since then. They opened in one location, ran it till like the 90s, and it closed down. And then one of the kids decided they wanted to open up the pub again, so he opened it up. And so I went by there, but they were closed. I guess they opened at 4:30. But my friend who lives up this way told me that's a popular place to go to and really good at food. So it's your Irish pub with traditional Irish food and of course drinks and all that. So that's pretty cool. And then there's a brewery we'll stop by in a little bit. I'll show you a brewery that I've been up to called Tequesta Brewing Company. That's a great place to grab a cold beer. And then check this place out though. This place is cool. I spin it around. So it's a marina, Blowing Rocks Marina. And I've never been here before, but I bet on a nice day, this place is super cool. It's just really total beach vibe, colorful chairs, but these swings, look how cool this is. And tell me this isn't cool. Having a cocktail, sitting on a swing, looking out at the water, again, on a nice day. Today's a crap day, but on a good day, this is awesome. Like, I definitely got to come up here. Honey, date night, we got to come up here. This is a neat spot. We got to come check this one out. But yeah, this is pretty cool, Tequesta. I like finding stuff like this. I've never been here before, so I always like it when I make these videos, if I can find something I've never been to before. I need a drink. So that was a really cool little find. By the way, we're gonna go into this little place called Key West Village. I drove past this a couple times today and I just thought I gotta go in here. So check out this neighborhood, y'all. This is like Key West. Everything is super colorful, metal roofs. What an awesome little neighborhood. There's no real outlet. It's pretty small, but it's just super cute. So you can see they completely developed this to sort of be like the homes down in Key West, very colorful, very bohemian looking. What a neat little place. I imagine these are all in the millions of dollars. The water's right behind them. So, but how cool is that? A neatly developed little community. If you're interested in it, reach out to me. All my contact information's down below, or you can just call this number right here. All right, guys, as always with tradition, I always try to find a local brewery. I had a great coffee this morning at Carve Coffee Shop, and now I'm gonna have a great beer. This is a lager that I'm having at Tequesta Brewing Company. They've been around for a long time. They're one of the first breweries to open up in Palm Beach County. I remember coming back here years ago, back in like 2011, when I first started really getting into craft beer. And so this is I got this just a little beer, just a little taste of one, but this is a cool brewery up here in Tequesta, and they've been around for a long time, super friendly staff, and they have some really good beers. Their Chancellor is really good. That's a great beer that I've had, and they have some really good IPAs as well. This is actually called a Loxahatchee lager, and it's really tasty, and a little slice of orange to it, and that's because of the Loxahatchee River, which runs all through these parts of Jupiter and Juneau and Tequesta. So Tequesta's a pretty neat little place, isn't it? I really like the neighborhoods that I drove through today. Those homes are just really charming, and again, it's got that small Florida town vibe to it, and it is a small town. It's a village, so it's pretty cool. I didn't really talk to you about the price of homes here. I mean, we went through a lot of different neighborhoods, but the median sales price as of August 2025 is $849,000. The average sales price, though, is $1,096,000. So it is a little bit pricey. Again, Jupiter, Tequesta, Juneau, those areas are a little bit more expensive as you get into the northern part of Palm Beach County. Very desirable area to live. Great schools, the life with the water, the outdoor lifestyle is just really one of the areas. So if you're someone who loves boating, then you're definitely going to want to reach out to me, because Tequesta and the surrounding area is a perfect place to live. There's places to put in, public ramps, and then you got all the boating you could ever want to do up and down. It's a whole scene. On the weekends, as I said, on a better day, you come up here, it's absolutely gorgeous out, and everyone's up and down the river over by Cato's, and there's sandbars that people hang out. It's just a whole lifestyle up here. So if you like boating and you like that kind of environment, and man, it's starting to come down now, then you definitely want to reach out to me. By the way, condos and townhomes, because I did mention some condos at the beginning of the video, $16 million, but they have one also for $160,000. The average price for condos is $331,700, and the median sales price of condos or townhome is $275,000. So, you know, we drove around. There's a lot of style of homes here, or different levels of homes. I saw some that were older looking, so I'm sure we could find something that might be in your price range. You know, like I said, there's everything from $160,000 for a 2-2 condo all the way up to $16 million for a 4-bedroom, 5.5 bath condo. So depending on where your price point is, reach out to me and I would be happy to show you this area. I really like coming up here. My wife and I like coming to Jupiter. I've taken my kids up to the Jupiter Tequesta area fishing, and it's just a really cool town. So if you're looking to move here, subscribe to my channel, check it out, because every week I make another video about what it's like to live here and show you a town or some historical facts about it, places to eat, drink, and of course I bring you the latest news when things happen, like the condo crisis. And I'll say, wherever you are in the world, I hope it's better than where I'm at today, because this doesn't look like paradise, but it's still Florida and I love it. So cheers, guys. We'll talk to you next week.